Good evening, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. I'm going to give a quick kind of sit-down talk about the weather coming up for Mother's Day weekend. We do have quite a bit of rain coming. Now I'm going to switch over to the computer screen, and when I do that, we're going to see the GFS up here first. With the GFS, this is pretty much today, we're seeing clear air still in the area because that high pressure very top corner is still kind of pushing this rain out, but that high pressure will be making its way out. So when I advance over here, I'm going to be seeing some of this precipitation starting. Fancy meteorology speak for 12Z Saturday means 8 a.m. So by 8 a.m., we're pretty much going to start to see some steady light rain, showery activity. Then it's going to start to pick up by around this time, which is about 2 p.m. That yellow there right near the low pressure center, that's quite a bit of intense rain. So I'm going to start saying after 11 a.m. it looked like we were to see some more steady rain, more intense rain after about 2 p.m. We're going to see this make its way through. But you're noticing most of that heavy rain on the GFS here is staying over Long Island. And the other thing that's kind of interesting, if you look right here where I'm moving the mouse, that low pressure center, always counterclockwise rotation we're going to be seeing in the northern hemisphere. So this counterclockwise spin is bringing in these northeast winds around the center of the low pressure. That's pretty much the definition of a nor'easter. So by definition, yes, this system is a nor'easter. However, a lot of people associate nor'easters with snow. There is no snow at all with this. It's way too warm. It's going to be all rain throughout this, but the dynamics of the system make it look like it's going to be a nor'easter. So by definition, it's a nor'easter, but it's going to be an all-rain nor'easter. So this is pretty much a wet and soggy afternoon going into the evening. Then this is 2 a.m. Sunday. We're still seeing some precipitation left over. The bulk of it now, it looks like it's moved over into Boston. Then this is now 8 a.m. Sunday morning for Mother's Day. It's still in the area. It's starting to make its way out of Jersey and the lower Hudson Valley, or I should say the western lower Hudson Valley there. Still in for Connecticut and parts of Long Island there. Then by Sunday afternoon, this is 2 p.m., just some lingering spotty showers popping up there, and then we're going to be seeing pretty much clearing after that. Just a couple of more. Oh, look at these lines here. These tight lines, those are the isobars. This means it's going to be very breezy. That was also the case when we were taking a look at Saturday. We're going to be seeing breezy conditions as well. So now this is going into Sunday night into Monday. Looks to be clearing out pretty nicely. Nice high pressure comes in behind it. And we're going to see the temperature starting to warm up. So throughout all of this, it looks like throughout the weekend, I should say, we're seeing pretty much steady temperatures in the 50s to maybe right around that 60-degree mark. So now let's switch over to the Canadian model. So with this situation, I am looking at all of them, even though I don't always look at this Canadian or CMC model. So we're going to be taking a look at the same thing, showing about starting to see some more steady precipitation about 8 a.m. tomorrow. Then this one is keeping the intensity, the low pressure track, and we were talking about this quite a bit with the nor'easters with the snow. Same thing's happening with this all rain nor'easter. The low pressure center is different on different models. So this one's a bit more west. So it's showing this heavier precipitation, pretty much enveloping all of the Jersey Shore. And then it's going to start by taking over the area of Long Island. So in between there, it's going to be hitting most of the South Shore and then going into a little bit more inland with Long Island. This right now is showing Saturday evening at about 8 p.m. So the heaviest is still consistent between these, even though the position of the low pressure is not exactly the same. We are seeing the most intense. They started to get intense after about 11 a.m., then between 2 p.m. and I'd call about 9 p.m. between these two, it looks like we're going to be seeing very intense rain. Then with the GEM Canadian CMC there, It's going, let's see, overnight Saturday. So this is about into 2 a.m. Sunday, starting to taper off. Then by, let me back up one. Oh, let's go to 8 a.m. It's not stopping on 8 a.m. for some reason. Anyway, we'll leave it right on 2 p.m. since it wasn't cooperating. So with this, it looks like it's pretty much out of the area. Just maybe a little bit of leftover showers on the Twin Forks there. Then let's see if it has any of that wraparound. So it is also showing this wraparound precipitation. These are all terms we normally use with snowstorms, but again, this is not a snowstorm. This wraparound precipitation is still all going to be snow. Sorry, not snow. All rain, I should say. So it's still going to be coming down, a little bit more showery activity around the backside of that. Then clearing out. Then for Monday, looks like a pretty nice day, but again, these isobars are very close together. So we're going to be seeing, again, breezy conditions pretty much through all weekend, especially breezy on Monday there. So now the next one I want to show you is the NAM. This one, because it's higher resolution, this is actually showing per hour instead of every 6 hours. So this is going into this evening and tonight. We're starting to see on this one some showery activity. This time here, 8Z. This is still overnight Saturday, or overnight Friday into Saturday. Then this is right here, 6 a.m. We're pretty much in the steady rain there. So it looks like the NAM is a little bit quicker on the precipitation there. But it's also kind of following, actually it looks like it's following the GFS with the low pressure staying not really following the coast, but a bit more south of the area. There has been kind of this southerly trend on some of them. Looks like the NAM is still hinting at the southerly trend. So southern Jersey Shore, this is going into Cape May County there. We're seeing pretty intense rain, but not really as intense along the northern Jersey Shore or pretty much around New York City, Long Island, and the lower Hudson Valley. Still looks like very intense rain there with the dark greens, but it's not going to be nearly as intense as, well, at least what this one's saying, as that Cape May County area in Jersey. Then it starts to pick up a little bit more. This is about noon. Now this is 2 p.m. So now this kind of blends in between those last two forecast models. So it's showing that heavier precipitation is going to be pretty much going through the Jersey Shore, then going to New York City and Long Island. But it's happening a little bit quicker than the last model. And this low pressure center, again, it's kind of in between those two models. But this is still showing pretty intense precipitation all through Saturday, pretty much just starting after about 11 a.m., I would say again. Now this is 10 p.m. on Saturday. Still there, still some intense showers and rain and light periods of rain lingering, unless you're on the eastern tip of Suffolk County there. Then it's still some pretty intense rain. After that, overnight Saturday into Sunday, it starts to clear up, but is it showing that wraparound? A little bit of wraparound by Sunday evening on the Mother's Day evening. Still a little bit of those showers coming through the area around the backside of low pressure system. Then it starts to make its way out and high pressure comes in behind it. So Monday looks like a pretty nice day, but we're seeing these very, very tight isobars again. So even though it may not be too bad of a day on Monday with precipitation, we're going to be having a very breezy day for Monday. So what are we thinking? One more forecast model I do want to show you. This one is called the RPM model. This one is also a very high resolution forecast model. It almost looks like radar that we're seeing here, but this is actually an animation from a forecast model render. So this is actually every half hour. It's showing every frame. So it looks like some showers start at about, let's see, that's about 5:30 in the morning. We're starting to see some showers. Then steady rain over throughout the morning. That intense rain, it's kind of in the middle again, kind of like the NAM. The intense rain, and it looks like it's not really showing a low pressure center, but you kind of see the spin when it's in motion. kind of following the NAM a little bit. And this intense precipitation starts southern Jersey, then starts making its way up. And it does get into New York City and starts touching the Hudson Valley there. Then, let's see. It stays there, that heavier yellows in the area for longer on this one. So this is, let me fast forward a little bit right there. This is 2 a.m. on Sunday. So it's also showing about the same picture. The most intense rain will be 2 p.m. till about 9 p.m. Saturday. Then starts clearing a little bit overnight Saturday into Sunday. And that's where we're seeing a little bit of lighter showers. But then are we seeing any? Yeah, we are seeing some of this coming back down. This is that wraparound showery activity. It's still going to be there, it looks like, through the afternoon. And this is actually the end as far out as this particular forecast model goes. So with all this precipitation, now I just want to switch over to the view of what we call accumulated rain totals with these. Some of them are showing a little bit different, but I do want to show you a couple of them here. So we're back at the GFS. This is, I'm going to stop it. So it looks like it stopped the precipitation from accumulating. This is by Sunday morning, let's call it. This light blue going to maybe a little bit of white there. So if we follow this on this legend over here, the light blue going into a little bit of white, that's showing anywhere, say, between 1 and 2 inches. None of this white purpley that was showing over Massachusetts there is in our area. So I'd say between 1 and 2 inches is what the GFS is calling for. Now for that CMC gem or Canadian, if we fast forward here a little bit, this is a little bit more intense. So this is also ending about Sunday morning. That's pretty much the bulk of the precipitation's gone by then. We're seeing just barely getting into that kind of light whitish purplish color. So that's right at 2 inches. So some areas along Jersey Shore can see over 2 inches, maybe nearing 3 inches there. But also right around the Hudson Valley, northwest New Jersey, and Long Island, it's showing about that 1 to 2 inch range. Now on the NAM again, with precipitation totals. Let's end this again about Sunday morning, right there. So this is showing kind of the far end of it, that the precipitation, the bulk of it is staying southern New Jersey, that Cape May County going into just touching Suffolk County. So this one is a kind of the outlier a tiny bit, but it's still showing a lot of rain. So the same picture, at least for the Hudson Valley and northwest New Jersey there in the New York City area, showing between that 1 and 2 inches of rain. And then southern New Jersey is seeing maybe 2 to 3 inches of rain. And the last one, again, is the RPM. If we play this, we're going to see the system. Kind of interesting to see this play in motion here and see all the rain make its way through. So let's see, this is Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Quite a bit of rain. Yeah, so we're going to have a soaker coming. Then let's end this right now at, again, Sunday morning. So even though it looks worse, this is about the same thing if you actually look at the legend on the side. So that red to the darker red is showing, say, or orange to the darker red, between 1.5 there to 2.5 inches. Again, this is a higher resolution model, so you can get a little bit more in depth with the legend there. And the bulk of it going into the black, that's actually between 3 and 4 inches, not for southern New Jersey, but for areas around New York City. So overall, what I'm going to call it is between 1 and 3 inches of rain. With nor'easters, I have been saying earlier, the last 1 to 3 inches of snow for some, but again, no snow at all for this. This is all rain. 1 to 3 inches of rain. And just a little quick thing, if this was cold enough to be a nor'easter, say back in January, February, we assume this snow ratio, say 10 to 1 is kind of a standard. So if we assume 10 to 1, 1 to 3 inches of rain could be between 10 and 30 inches of snow. So let's be glad it's not snow. It is going to be rain. It's going to be quite a bit of rain, so it's going to be a very soggy Saturday for tomorrow. definitely, I would stay inside. Even though Mother's Day is Sunday, I would not go out shopping at all Saturday. Stay inside. The roads are going to be flooding, so it's not a good day to venture out. If you have to, I'd be very careful, but I strongly encourage you not to go out shopping anywhere at all Saturday, especially the afternoon. It's going to be quite a soaker. So I just wanted to give you a quick weather update with this. This is a nor'easter, folks, coming into our area for Mother's Day weekend. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. If you want to check out more videos, you can check out all of my videos I've uploaded before. And if you want to stay up to date with all these weather videos, definitely subscribe below. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely leave them in the video comments. Have a great evening, everybody, and definitely be careful with all this rain coming tomorrow.